Welcome to Manly Voices.
Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Manly Voices. I'm Evan, also known as Manly Ankles. I'm here with Grace.
Hello, and Bean.
And Bean. He's in my lap currently, and he's not moving, surprisingly. I may be holding him against his will, but as long as he doesn't speak English, that's not my problem. So, Grace's dad is giving us a look currently. Shout out to Grace's dad. He's giving us the West Coast goodness.
And
I don't know where I'm going
is
with
West
that.
Coast goodness.
What?
KFC, which is not on the West Coast.
No,
that's just how good it is.
All right, it's a brilliant segue into what could be the final episode of the Colonel Sanders dating sim here on Manly Voices. So, we kind of blew it. We had a chance to put the moves on Colonel Sanders, but we chickened out. And we may have gotten in an argument with Miriam, who's still talking to us. So that's kind of good. And then we got told by Van and Ashley, so we're going to use the spell book, I think, to curse them. We're going to find out now. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page.
This feels like an emergency.
I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe the string around... Maybe tie a string around your finger?
What? What does that do?
It's a thing that people do to help with anxiety, but I don't remember why.
Okay.
Maybe it cuts off your blood flow so bad that you think about that. I don't know.
That's really weird. I've never heard of that in my life. Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out.
Do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Like, if we're screwed up, might as well do it.
You begin to recite the spell, but you stumble on the words, and the only effect it seems to have is to make you forget what it is you were doing.
Oh no.
Oh, right! After looking at the page again, it comes rushing back to you. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you.
Do it!
Something about this moment feels very familiar. Let's do it. You begin to recite the spell, but you stumble over the words, and the only effect it seems to have is to make you forget what it is you were doing. All right! After looking at the page again, it comes rushing back.
Okay, you know me, you have to do it a third time.
This is definitely feeling familiar, but not in a good way.
I like to do things in threes.
You begin to recite the spell, but you stumble on the words, and the only effect it seems to have is to make you forget what it was you were doing. Alright, after looking at the page, it comes rushing back to you. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Deep in your heart, you know that proceeding with this spell is a terrible idea.
Okay.
Like, seriously, don't do it. Memories are important.
I don't...
Continue!
Oh. But we had it 3 times.
You begin to recite the spell, but you stumble on the words, and the only effect it seems to have is to make you forget what it is you were doing. Alright, after looking at the page again, it comes rushing back. Well, here goes nothing. You begin reading again, knowing that nothing can stop you now. Hold on to your butt! Grace, this was the right choice.
Oh my
I'm
god,
telling
are we
you.
starting over? Is this deleting our save?
Oh, really?
Babe, I think this might delete our save.
Are you kidding me? Phoenix is under the blanket. Oh my god! That's amazing!
I love it and I hate it. This is supposed to be the final video.
Wow! Oh my god!
I said do it 3 times.
Maybe we don't know. Maybe we don't know. This is maybe something. Oh, you can wake up now. Lying in bed at the ceiling, you think about the cooking of learning. Your mind begins to wander. Let's. Maybe this is the chance. We can make this right.
Okay, but I'm not reading every line again.
All right, so we're gonna go. This is it, guys. We're gonna go start to finish and do everything properly to get Colonel Sanders in our butt. I mean, our hearts.
What?
Taking this seriously.
Welcome to Manly Voices.
Yeah, we're back.
Cast a forbidden spell.
Evan, I
Startle.
swear to fucking Christ. Don't do it.
Don't do it after
Okay.
all. You take your friend's advice.
If you were gonna have
and
us
put
forget
the book.
everything again, I would walk out. you'd finish the episode by yourself.
All right.
Just you and Colonel Sanders.
Just me and the Colonel.
Just Colonel.
Just Harland. That was his name.
Oh.
You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is
Screw
already
books.
in the room. Yeah, we're waiting the students. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you, it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. He reaches for some old homework to give him a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I want to say this one, the bottom one. Grace is the expert on KFC dating simulator right now.
You gotta give the doggo a snacko.
Yeah, but I was
When people are hungry, they're not themselves.
I know, but
Not
I
you when you're
I
hungry.
figured homework would be the last thing he wants.
There's no homework left. I mean, you might as well just have it.
Oh, well, I guess at a cooking school, the homework would be food. So that's...
Dun-dun.
You reach into your backpack and grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. 3 days ago. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My karate fight cat. Were you studying something with cinnamon?
I have been sitting on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful.
This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Karate Fight Cat, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before it can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by a sad whimpering coming from the back of her room.
Aw. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you.
Now it's Grace's turn to have a romantic argument with herself.
We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here?
Oh my god, me.
Right?
It's literally me. Oh, I feel called out. I'll be sitting next to Evan and be like, Ev, I miss you. And he's like, I'm right here. And I'm like, but I don't know why, but I just kind of miss you.
It's a valid feeling for sure.
Sometimes you're just like,
But
like,
when
it's that feeling of knowing that in like 20 minutes when he goes to work or when I go to work, it's just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna miss you today. Because he and I don't see each other all that often.
yeah.
We have opposite work schedules.
Yeah. But when it's Pop, it's okay to make fun of it.
Yeah.
Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam.
Every time I blink, you go away
Oh my god.
That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop?
Oh my gosh.
I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me.
I didn't just get in trouble, I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in.
What kind of date did you how many museums could you have visited in the span of one day?
Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house.
What? I still don't understand.
I don't either.
What,
I
his
guess
house
because
where
you're
they
supposed
got
to be
shushed?
you're supposed to be quiet in museums, I guess.
Oh, so maybe she thinks museums are. Oh, because of course he wouldn't stop talking because it's Pop.
Gotcha.
Pop, we went on one date. We're over. Aw.
And it meant so much to me that I made this for you.
Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room.
Oh my god, it's not something you would make me.
So
Is there
it's-
an egg inside?
That is definitely like a hard-boiled egg cut in half.
No matter how much it jiggles, the egg stays in
This
place.
is 2 pretzel sticks, some whipped cream, sprinkles, a flamin' hot Cheeto, chocolate chips,
Sesame seeds. I think
sesame seeds, or creamed corn.
Those might be like popcorn kernels.
Oh, that's a better idea. What the fuck?
Alright, well.
Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown. Challenge exam! I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think
But I
about your
have to
upcoming
tinkle.
competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Oh, I thought we were just gonna go talk to Colonel. Like, fuck Miriam. She ditched us in our time of need.
Hey, Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone.
I want hot cocoa.
Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City.
I have hot cocoa that has like rainbow-colored marshmallows in the
Oh,
country,
yeah.
and I'm so ready for it.
What is it, unicorn barf?
It's like unicorn hot chocolate.
Okay. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling of all the way. All the way!
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me.
Is that what he calls it? His stallion?
There's not really room for two, dear.
Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else we meet today, tomorrow or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow.
Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up.
All 2 drops of it.
While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off the Van, the supposed Man-Man, and his eviler counterpart, ILY. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of recipe you've been working on. Karate Fight Cat's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. I think the cram session's just begun, Karate Fight Cat.
Karate Fight Cat? What are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory.
The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all, or fess up. What? Why would we ignore it? That's gonna lead to disaster. We gotta fess up.
Yeah, it'd, like, catch on fire.
Yeah.
Honesty is the best policy with him, I feel.
Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more visualizing.
When I tell the truth, I speak in a southern dialect.
I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards.
500 is when it gets kind of iffy.
That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
That's 4 football fields. That's pretty good.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
4 football. Yeah, because it's 100 yards end to end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell?
Yeah, it smells like a pot pie.
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust.
Wait, the crust is just butter? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I hope that's not what that means.
And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
No.
That was a weird one.
No. I could smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC.
Yeah, I was totally watching Toddlers and Tiaras while I was cooking.
So it's full of mashed carrots.
Aw.
But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out.
The moment of truth. Wow.
Someone bit the top of the crust.
Who did that, Pop? What the fuck, man?
The best pot pie I've
Ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day.
There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you got.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that pushed you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van are ILY are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per the usual over-the-top shelves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big on going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe are...
Yeah, it's just a trademark.
Okay. I thought it was tea. Wouldn't it be tea in the circle? Don't look it up.
There's like trademark, copyright, and then something else. It's the same idea.
Okay. The intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! What? Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend? Batter blast!
That's you, sorry.
It just means registered. It means they
Ah.
own it.
Got it.
Best friend, Baster Blaster.
Baster. Is that what they call it? Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll!
I think it said rock and rolled.
Whatever. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Oh, that's swallow.
Just-
Shallow personality spatula. That's the wrong voice.
Even Clank gets in on it. By a dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English?
It's the singularity, as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all! Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? Oh shit, did you notice she had a cleaver in her hand? She looks really scary with that. You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No, we're gonna do it the hard way.
Only way we know
It's
how.
got a chain with a heart at the... I love it, actually. Her aesthetic is very fun.
I love her.
Who needs magic when you've got passion?
I'm gonna do it the hard way.
Colonel Sanders sees
He's
that
like,
you've
the
chosen
only
to...
way I know how.
Yeah, you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, karate cat. Miriam notices too.
I want you to have victory, but not as much as I want the victory so that I can victory you. And I've always believed in you, Cardi, but since we were little kids, because I'm best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you.
Wait, you went to your station?
Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. This
Oh.
feels like cheating.
That's sweet, but
Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodle. When were you cooking noodle? Oh, mac and cheese, right. Oh.
Oh no, it's the secret ingredient.
Oh, she put Eye of Newt in our fucking mac and cheese. Oh no!
Bag.
She didn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world does she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster!
Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We spoke monsters are many. I think Borko has the day off. But you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind?
Steve the spork monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles into a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a chopped chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You could feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know where exactly it came from, but it seemed like it was probably lonely there.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck!
Having suffered this terrible setback, you don't know how you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep within yourself, give up and drop out. Well, we're not fucking giving up now after we forgot the entire game. We're doing this, damn it.
I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win.
Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body.
Why is your mac and cheese orange? That's always yellow.
Kraft is orange. Haven't you noticed?
Not my. I don't eat crap.
Good.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My
Knees weak. Mom's spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, Karate Fight Cat, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me.
The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out.
You interrupted my inspiring monologue.
Sorry.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. Bean, your butt is in the microphone, and I don't much appreciate it during my special monologue.
You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up,
did that.
your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and you can't be served. But don't worry, dear Karate Fight Cat. You may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost.
Maybe take the innings of the chicken pot pie and throw it in your mac and cheese?
Yeah? Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support.
I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches.
He steps up to your station and stands right beside you.
I'm here to help.
Maybe we should just drop out of culinary school and get married and have a ranch.
Seriously.
Not the cool ranch, if that's what you're thinking.
All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it.
But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
There are no rules.
Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart.
What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on.
And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects.
Was this whole game just an advertisement of their mac and cheese with chicken tenders?
Is that a thing?
Yes.
is that a
It's
new
their
product?
I'm pretty sure it's their new thing.
I really hope that's the case.
I want to walk out.
Oh, I love it and hate it. It's so great.
It's clever.
Sometimes unexpected
Think how much
combinations
advertising they're getting from Let's Players.
Right?
surpass their individual efforts.
Are you suggesting?
They're like 3%.
If we combine forces,
36, thank you. I'm proud to have reached that far in such a short time. It's not a short time for some people, but you know, whatever.
I'm just saying.
if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union.
Time's up, students!
Bean, are you
Shit!
With time expired, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful
I
of
feel like we
students
cheated.
stands tall. That's okay. This is the last episode. The class seems incomplete.
It seems like we're missing some students. Bop? Clank?
From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying.
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind?
I did mine.
Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging from a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop! Get down from there right now!
Let me guess. Did Van Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
Oh, wedge salad. That's funny.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. Can I be excused?
Sure.
Sorry, guys.
You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to?
Must
wait.
destroy the universe.
You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other automatopoeia, but there's none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester.
Wow, 3 whole days long.
But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
Sorry.
I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup.
Oh, my word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki spy in a itty bitty bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip in the bowl.
Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste?
Too bad.
Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup.
A plus! Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours.
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Karate Fight Cat, for helping me believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar.
Always cook the stuff that's poisonous.
I don't know, and it's always from the ocean.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different color type of urchin?
Yes, Sprinkles.
A bit much, don't you think?
That's exactly why I did it! A bit much is my kind of bread. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Woof! Woof!
Please be gentle with my cuisine! Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. Excuse me. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Ouch! My tongue!
The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
Oh no!
I can't eat this! I keep poking my tongue! Disqualified! A stunning turn of events! Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat?
Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified? For glamour?
Don't discuss sympathy!
This isn't the last you've heard of me!
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk, get over it! Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. I knew that word, but when I saw it, my brain was like,
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you to please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and is meant to be a display piece.
Oh, so like that's her thing. Like Colonel was like, you really care about how your food is presented, don't you?
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Karate Fight Cat? As I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry.
How dare you speak that name?
I suppose you could smell it if you're absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you.
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
It's just you and me.
Two chefs?
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese
Has become something else.
Oh my god. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blew me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It is so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everybody gets a pass.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn. Even the Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Oh my god, now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated.
Saddest dance ever because there's nobody.
Yeah. Return for one last assignment. To get their groove on! The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Arr, 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 arr! You know that Sprinkles is a master chef, but also... but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, now they're in cute outfits.
Oh my god, I love her.
Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they
so
did
cute.
while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together... It's the Spork Monster! He's totally mellowed out. Which one is it? Is it Borko, Steve, or Gorko?
Everyone, the Spook Monster is no more. From here on out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Students try to finish what he has to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Oh, look at her suspenders. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in... What are you doing? I thought I heard him chew on something, sorry. She found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who would command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see he perched atop his dirty chef's hat.
A crown?
Welcome back, Pop.
I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father.
We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chancellor of such and such.
Miriam, will you please be my Lady King?
Phoenix is currently trying to dig his way into a lady's purse. That is not okay. What an incredible turn of events.
I don't appreciate that breach of privacy.
An offer to join the royal family.
Ooh.
It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe queen. I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby.
I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've just got so much to do with my life.
A twist on a twist.
So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze.
Okie dokie.
Oh, he took that well. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who's arrived at the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What?
I actually feel like I knew that this whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. This is the long finale. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates.
Real clothes.
Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not just enough to give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. Oh, it's all the dishes. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of Chicken Man, and not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end.
That's it?
That's it.
Wait, so we don't even like kiss him or anything?
The end? No, it's not the end.
Like,
As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Karate if I can.
What are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love to.
As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you.
And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you. Karate if I can.
How sweet. We'll work together and play together.
Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks.
Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself.
But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I'll need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best
What? Is it because we fucked up somewhere along the way?
I don't know. Maybe he thinks we should cook.
Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef?
The only thing we failed was the horse.
Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with this other love, the life of an entrepreneur?
I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school.
Oh, my dear Karate Fight Cat, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side.
The end. Okay.
Oh, we did not get the good ending.
Wow. I mean, I'm glad we fucking replayed this whole thing, but
it's not the good ending.
you know what? I'm fine with that. Like we have an idea of where we messed up along the way.
The horse.
The horse?
That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Well, and you missed that one question.
That one, yeah, but we were gonna mess up that no matter what, right?
Well, your hand gets messed up, but you said you missed the question.
Right, but
You messed up your hand.
yeah, if that happens, then I'm sure it wouldn't matter how many questions we got right. But
Oh,
oh well, that was it. That was the end.
this is all just an advertising.
This is all.
Dish, and that makes me silly. I'm like, really? I have really mixed feelings. It makes me angry because I feel used. But at the same time, like, this is a really fun way to, like, reach out to our demographic.
You know, it really is.
They're
I had a
really
blast.
kids like these days. Weird dating sims. Let's do it.
Yeah, I had a blast playing this game.
I
Had
would
a-
have had more of a blast had you not made us restart the game.
Oh, come on. That'll be funny when we look back
it'll
on
be
it
great
in post. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this series. Definitely going to trim this episode down a bit. I'll probably cut out the parts we replayed.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you
Yeah.
like this video, leave a comment down or like down below, or in a comment of any voice adventures you'd like us to do next. Subscribe for more Bean adventures and more voice adventures and whatever
Yeah,
weird
and
stuff
some
we put on.
voice adventures,
and voice adventures.
I like those. I like those a lot.
Oh, voice adventures. Yeah, and voice adventures.
Hashtag subscribe, damn it. Until next time, bye everybody.
Bye.